Hi guys, good morning. I am up. I give the people what they want. So I really have started to see that you guys are receiving a lot of the informative videos along with the story times a lot. So I think for better context, let's go with the story time today, okay? It is Sunday morning and it's around 6:30. And I'm up because I need to go and collect my retainers. In between me getting ready to go to Pretoria, I'll be telling the story. Story time is about how I literally gave away my own bag. It's not just about the bag. It's about the fact that the bag had my makeup, which at the time I was a makeup fanatic. So you can imagine Bobbi Brown, Fenty when it just came into the country, all kinds of MAC lipsticks. I think out of all the things that were in that bag, for me, because my priorities are so messed up, my makeup bag, still till this day, the one element that was in that bag, I'm just like, oh. Just so you get the essence of this bag, the bag also had my car keys, it had my wallet, which had everything, my bank cards, my ID, my house keys. You know, it just had my entire life in it. Did I mention the makeup? Okay. Let's begin the story, shall we? As per usual, it is a Saturday afternoon. So there's this beautiful mall where I used to live. I frequent there because I loved the intimacy of the mall. So first of all, I don't like malls. So the fact that I kept going there meant, okay, there was something really unique about the mall. This time, however, I was meeting up with a friend for coffee and we're going to meet at this cute coffee shop that sells the most amazing desserts as well as anything savory and sweet and baked. Yeah, so a beautiful Saturday afternoon, it's warm, it's sunny, on my way to Denford Mall, which is not far off from where I live. And I'm excited, you know, I'm meeting a friend that I haven't seen in a long time. We gotta have fun. So I get to the mall, park, everything is all great and dandy, and I make my way to the coffee shop. I'm early, which is something I'm not usually. So I get to the coffee shop, I send my friend a text to say, okay, I've arrived, and they tell me that they'll be there in about 10 to 15 minutes. Perfect. So I go and I find a seat and I let the waiter know that I'm coming back. I'd been pressed to use the ladies for a while and I was holding it in hoping that they had a toilet inside the coffee shop, but they didn't. It wasn't a train smash, it was downstairs. Okay, so I make my way to the toilet. To get to the toilet, you go down quite long escalators. So I went down the escalators, went into the toilet and came back up. As I'm coming back up, I get a call from another friend of mine. So we're busy talking. As I'm on the phone, I'm now going up these escalators. As I'm going up these escalators, there's this girl, right? Normal looking girl. She doesn't strike me as anyone that is out of the norm. She's not scary. She's just normal. If I were to guess, it's probably around between 27 and 32. Yeah. Okay, I'm on the phone. But you can tell when somebody's desperate to get your attention. I remember even saying to my friend, listen, there's somebody who's desperate to get my attention. I'll call you right back, okay? Drop my phone. Needless to say, that was the last time I saw my phone. Wait for it. Okay, and then I'm like, hi. And she's very friendly, you know. Hey, how are you? Oh my gosh, I actually really love your hair. Your braids are really nice. I'm like, oh, thank you. Come to think of it now, those braids were really old. Like it had been going on 3 months of me having braids. Anyways, so she keeps giving me these compliments. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Small talk, you know. And then she gets to the point, which is actually, I'm lost. Can I please ask you for directions? And I'm like, yeah, sure. How well do you know this mall? I'm like, oh, I know it pretty well. So where would I find Woolworths? And I'm like, okay, no, it's pretty simple. You go straight down the corridor, and at the end, you're going to turn right. Really, it really was that simple. No, I'm new here and I'm afraid I'm gonna get lost. If you don't mind, would you mind accompanying me, please? Why I agreed. And I remember I hesitated because I was like, I've got to be meeting a friend soon, so I can walk you till a certain distance. And she's like, no, that's fine. So we start walking with the girl. As we're walking, like, she's really just getting into this conversation with me. I'm just like, okay, I can't even tell you what the conversation is about, to be honest. I can't even tell you what she looked like, really. If she were to be put right in front of me, something happens, and I'm not sure what. I'm not sure how we ended up in Crazy Store. Because Crazy Store, I know, is in between that corridor before you turn right to go to Woolworths. But she's like, I think she said something along the lines of, listen, can we make a quick stop here? I just want to buy something. And I'm like, okay, sharp. The whole time, like, I'm forgetting about I'm having to meet up with my friend. No, I'm like in this conversation. And it wasn't even that great.
What?
Anyways, I'm in this conversation. Next thing, we're in this Crazy Store where there's like toys and stuff. We're in this aisle and I'm busy looking around and we're talking. Then another girl comes up. These two girls appear to not know each other. So this other one, we start talking. Oh, so where are you from? I tell him, oh, you're closer. Oh yeah. No, I'm also closer. And then the other one's like, I'm half close. And then they introduce themselves to each other. Okay. Now I'm talking to these three ladies in this aisle. Okay. We're busy talking. I don't know what we were talking about. Then the other one makes a phone call to say, the only person's name I remember amongst these girls is Tiny. Because that's the girl that they called. They called Tiny to say, come through. I'm here at what, hurry up. Okay, cool. And now that I remember, she said we're here. Now before Tiny comes through, they give me context. No, Tiny works at Woolworths. Woolworths has this special where you buy one cake, you get another cake free. So are you guys interested? I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'd love to get. Why? When I'm going to get some cake where I'm going and I don't even have a sweet tooth that much. So we wait for Tiny to arrive. Tiny arrives. Tiny has got the whole facade on. She's got the Woolworths outfit, you know, that jersey, everything Woolworths. She's even got the bag, and inside the bag, I remember she put the bag down and she opened the bag and there was the cake. So I'm just like, oh wow, and it looks so good. It looked really good, guys. It really, really did. Anyways, let me jump into the shower and then I'll continue with the story. So I'm just quickly going to do my face, but let's continue with the story. Where do I put? Okay, anyways. So that on its own, come to think of it, the fact that she was claiming to be an employee, a Woolworths employee, and selling Woolworths products outside of the store is just illegal. But okay, we'll go with the story. None of that occurred to me at the time. Anyways, so she gets there. Oh yeah, the cake looks great. And then all of a sudden, look, it's a blur, okay? But between these three girls, one of them being Tiny, okay, now that I look back, they all knew each other. They were all in on this charade. Between her arriving at the store, me seeing the cake, I don't know how, but she comes in and then I think she asks me to come with her or something like that, okay? In alignment with this cake. I like things clearly. Why? Mind you, my phone, the phone that was on my hand, has been ringing for some time, but I can't hear it because I remember it ringing for the first time, and one of the girls was just stopping me from answering it, and they're like, who is it? I don't know, but it somehow ended up with them. It did, okay, somehow. And then in between all of this blur was me following Tiny, but asking these girls to hold my bag. I think that's the reason I'm saying I think is because where we were going is where I get to watch the footage and I see myself giving them my bag. Okay, I walk out of the store, and by the time I get out of the store, I don't see Tiny. Immediately, I come back to Crazy Store. These girls, 2 girls, are still there. I'm like, guys, where's my phone? I don't know, something clicked. Like, maybe God was intervening at that point to say, dummy, you're getting robbed. But no, not me. Hey, I go back and they still, the 2 are still at the store, and they're like, I'm like, guys, where's my phone? And they're like, no, it left with Tiny. And I'm like, oh, okay. I ran. How? Okay. So anyways, I'm running and I'm following Tiny. Obviously, I'm thinking she's going to Woolworths because that's where... No. I get to Woolworths. I run and I run up and down the aisles. I asked everyone, every employee that I could see in that aisle. I asked the cash teller, everything. And they're like, they don't know who the hell Tiny is. They don't know her. I'm like, no, can I please see your manager? Please. I see the manager, I tell her the story, and they're like, sis, I suggest you go back to Crazy Store to see if they're still there, but chances are they're no longer there, but we don't have a Tiny. And by the way, you're the second person to be telling us this very same story about this so-called Tiny lady. She doesn't work here. Hey, yeah. Tiny doesn't work here? No, she does not work here. I don't know her. That's when I'm like, no. You know, me in denial, okay. And disbelief, okay. I'm like, no, that can't be. Like, no, they wouldn't do me like that. How the hell wouldn't they? I don't even know these people, okay. So anyways, I ran back to Crazy Store. I get there. No one's there. Those 2 girls left, vanished. Now running up and down between Woolworths and Crazy Store, and I'm just like, okay. And then I asked the tellers at Crazy Store. Funny thing, I asked the tellers at Crazy Store, and I'm like, ladies, did you happen to see the girls that I was standing here with? And they like, nope, ma'am. You were standing there alone. What? No, you were standing there alone. So I wasn't talking to anyone when I was standing there. No, you weren't talking, you were just looking around. Yeah, at that moment, I was like, I have completely lost my mind, or these people are playing the living life out of me. Anyways, I then remembered that my friend is waiting for me at the coffee shop, and I'm like, I ran to the coffee shop, which is like a minute away. And I tell them that, yes, sis, you won't believe, I think I just got robbed. They're like, what? Yeah, my bag, my phone is right there. That's why I wasn't responding to any of your calls. And they're just like, whoa, okay. Quick reaction, because they're out of this maze. I don't know what that was. Whether they used witchcraft or they had power of making someone so engaged and confused that they end up giving their entire life away, okay? So we quickly go to FNB to go and block my cards, okay, at the ATM, 1. 2, my friend goes and tells the security guards to watch my car, because immediately one of the things I thought of is that my car keys are in that bag. Surprisingly, not the makeup, but the car key. Okay, so we tell them the story, and then we ask them to watch the car while we go to MTN to go and block my SIM. Okay, we also, when we get to MTN, they block the SIM, and then they tell us, again, the same thing that the lady at Woolworths who told me that this is the second time something like this has happened in this mall. These with the very same girls, 3 of them. Yeah. Okay. Then after calling MTN, we called FNB to let them know that I've blocked my card and blah blah blah. And they already tell me that, yeah, we've seen they've already tapped about 3,000 Rand from your account. That tapping function on your phone, you see that one? I still have trauma from that, and I will never use that function. I'm sorry. No one can ever convince me otherwise. I will always use my card. And like the trauma. So they've tapped 3,000 Rand from your card already, from your account already. So luckily you've blocked them on time. So we're going to deactivate all your cards for now. I'm like, okay. Now we go back to the security guard to just check if they hadn't returned. No, they hadn't. And okay, we get the spare key, we come back to, our car. Mind you, I'm still in a maze. Like, I'm just like, what the hell just happened? How? Make my life make sense right now, Lord. Make it make sense. Anyways, so we get to the car, and my car is still there. Obviously, the coffee didn't happen because at this point I needed a shot of alcohol. But the manager at Woolworths finds us, and they like, like I said to you, the same thing had happened, and a week later, the girl's bag was found. So chances are they won't come for your car or anything like that, but quickly go to the police station to go and report it. Okay, and we make our way to the police station. Hey, guys. I get to the police station, and as I get there, right, I'm like, I tell the lady that I'm reporting this story to, I'm just like, I need you to make sense of what just happened to me, but even I don't understand it. So I tell her, and when I tell you, she was just like, say what? And then she called another police officer to come listen to my story, and another one, and they were all just like, huh? I've never, actually, those ladies, bless them, they made me feel so much better. They're like, yo, girl, child, what did you just say? The disbelief, it's the utter disbelief that something like that happened. But it's not uncommon for them. It's just the way in which it happened. Oh, they're laughing. So that made me feel better a little bit. We wrote the affidavit. We filed a case number for my bag and for especially the cell phone, and because it was insured, fortunately. And so we made our way back to the mall. Beg your pardon, back to the mall. Oh, and in the police station, they also gave us a document that allows us to go back to Crazy Store to be able to go and see footage. Because prior, when we were at Crazy Store, we asked if we could view footage, and they told us no, they can't do that unless we have a permit. Okay, so we get the permit from the police station. Fine, we get back to the mall. Crazy Store was closed now at this time. Okay, so fine, we decide we're gonna come back the following day. Meanwhile, I go and I guzzle myself with alcohol because I can't deal. I can't. Would you? I can't. Okay, so the following day, first thing in the morning, we went to the Crazy Store with the permit or to view the tapes. Okay, we went in there and we got the tapes. So there's literally nothing that they could say to prevent us from getting those tapes, because I was just like, it begins and ends with me. I will take you down. There's no way I gave you my bag. You stole it. Okay? And they did. Anyways, I view the footage. You can see us clearly, all three of us walking in there. So, I don't know why those ladies were claiming that they didn't see us. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. Okay. Or maybe they were in on this whole thing. I don't know. So, you can see us walking in, the two of us, and the other one's already inside the shop. Then you see Tiny coming in. All of, the whole story of what I just told you. But I clearly see myself, and I remember rewinding and rewinding. I see myself giving these thieves my bag. Here you go. Yeah, I kept replaying. I did. I did that. And I was just like, oh, there goes that. It begins and ends with me. Oh, sweetheart. Wow. And I think from that, I was just like, you know what? I am done. I am so done with helping anyone. I was so paranoid for months afterwards. Like, even till today, I don't give anyone directions. Shame. Unfortunately, because we go through such trauma and you're just like, you are. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. So, yeah, guys, there are people out there who are just crazy and will do anything to make a quick buck. Because the inconvenience that I had to go through, mind you, my bag was never retrieved. The inconvenience that I had to go through to, first of all, redo my ID, redo my license, redo all of my cards. Inconvenience, get a new phone, etc., or what, so that they can make 3,000 rand and get make goodies and makeup and sell them. Yeah, no. So guys, that brings us to the end of the story. But I think what more above all, what I'm trying to say is, let's stay vigilant, right? Anyone can take advantage of you, and I'm not saying this defines people. Still still be kind, still be open to helping people, but be woke. Don't be stupid in the process, because there are people out there that will make you lose your mind or lose your essence of self. Despite what happened to me, this was like 2 years ago, around 2 years ago. Despite that, God was like, not with my child, baby, not with my child. Okay. Did Bobby Brown, after hearing my story, because I had to go in there and get new foundation, did Bobby Brown not give me free stuff, like additional goodies on top of that, including this beautiful bag and a lot of the stuff that I still have now, like lip gloss, because I'm no longer a big makeup fan now. I gave most of my makeup to my mom. Lip gloss I still kept, some lipsticks, but they were amazing. So I reaped some benefits in terms of getting my stuff back and then some, getting an even better phone, etc. But what was more important is that I didn't let that experience define me, but I learned from it, I grew from it, and I'm now a better person. I'm now more woke. I'm less naive to how people are. So if you bump into me in the streets and you're asking me for direction, if I'm just like, nah, you trauma, sweetie, trauma. Okay. I hope you enjoyed my story time, guys, and if you can relate, please leave a comment down below. As usual, please engage, please like, please subscribe, please tell your friends to tell their friends that this page is what's up. And I hope from the story that you will learn, or you've learned a lesson or two. If something similar has happened to you, please let me know. Until next time, love you lots. Bye.